5 subtle habits that make seniors irresistibly charming at any age. Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to the channel, where we're all about living healthier, happier, and wiser as we age. If you're new here, I'm so glad you've joined us. This is a place where we share practical tips, timeless wisdom, and a little inspiration to make every day feel vibrant, no matter how many candles are on your birthday cake. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Today, I want to talk about something truly special. Charm. You know, that magical quality that makes someone light up a room, no matter their age. I've met seniors who are absolutely magnetic, not because of flashy clothes or loud personalities, but because of these quiet, subtle habits they've woven into their lives. These are the kind of habits that make people lean and listen and think, wow, I want to be around them. And the best part? You can cultivate these habits too at any age to become that irresistibly charming person everyone loves to be near. So grab a cup of coffee, tea, or maybe just settle into your favorite chair, because I'm going to share 5 subtle habits that make seniors so darn charming. These aren't big, dramatic changes. They're small, intentional choices that add up to a life full of warmth, wisdom, and connection. Let's dive in and discover how you can bring a little more sparkle to your days and inspire those around you. Habit 1. They listen with their whole heart. You ever notice how some people make you feel like you're the only person in the world when you're talking to them? That's the first habit of irresistibly charming seniors. They listen with their whole heart. It's not just about hearing words. It's about being fully present, making eye contact, and showing they care about what you're saying. I think about my friend Margaret, who's in her late 60s. Whenever we chat, she puts her phone down, looks me in the eye, and nods along like my story is the most interesting thing she's heard all day. One time, I was telling her about a tough day at work, and she didn't interrupt or try to fix it. She just listened. Afterward, she said, "That sounds really heavy. Want to tell me more?" That simple question made me feel so understood. That's the power of listening. For seniors, this habit is gold because it builds trust and connection. In a world where everyone's distracted, giving someone your full attention is like giving them a gift. And it's not just about being polite. It's about curiosity. Charming seniors listen because they're genuinely interested in people's stories, whether it's their grandkids' adventures or neighbors' gardening tips. So how can you practice this? Start small. Next time someone's talking to you, put away distractions. Lean in a little. Ask a follow-up question like, "What happened next?" Or, "How did that make you feel?" You'll be amazed at how much closer it brings you to others. It's a subtle habit, but it makes you unforgettable. Okay, let's move on to habit number 2, because this one's a game changer. Habit 2, they share stories, not lectures. The second habit is all about storytelling. Charming seniors don't preach or lecture. They share stories that stick with you. There's something about a well-told story that feels like a warm hug, especially when it's packed with wisdom without sounding like a lesson. Take my Uncle Tom, for example. He's 72, and whenever we're at a family gathering, everyone gathers around him, not because he's loud, but because he tells the best stories. Last Thanksgiving, someone asked him how he stays so calm under pressure. Instead of saying, "You just need to relax," he told us about the time he got lost hiking in the Rockies in his 30s. He described how he panicked at first, but then sat down, took a deep breath, and figured out a plan. By the end, we're all laughing and nodding, and I walked away thinking, okay, I can handle stress better too. That's the magic of a story. It teaches without trying too hard. Seniors who master this habit know that stories connect us. They don't need to be epic tales. Sometimes it's just a funny memory about burning dinner or a quiet moment that changed how they saw the world. In Western culture, we love stories that feel authentic, whether it's around a campfire or over coffee. They make us feel seen and remind us we're not alone. Want to try it? Think of a moment in your life that taught you something. Maybe a challenge you overcame or a time you felt really proud. Next time someone asks for advice, share that story instead of a direct answer. Keep it simple, paint a picture of a few details, and let the lesson shine through naturally. People will remember it, and you, long after the conversation ends. Ready for habit number 3? This one's all about kindness. Habit 3. They sprinkle kindness like confetti. Charming seniors have this knack for spreading kindness in the smallest, most unexpected ways. It's not about grand gestures. It's like they're sprinkling confetti wherever they go, brightening someone's day without even trying. I'll never forget Mrs. Thompson, my old neighbor in her 80s. Every morning, she'd wave at the mail carrier and say, "You're doing great out there." It was such a tiny thing, but you could see the mail carrier's face light up. One day, she left a little note in my mailbox that said, "Your garden's looking lovely. Keep it up." I was having a rough week, and that note felt like a warm blanket. That's what kindness does. It sticks. In places like the US and the UK, we value these small acts because they feel genuine. A compliment, a thank you, or even holding the door for someone. It's not about money or effort, but about showing you notice people. For seniors, this habit is especially powerful because it reflects a life of caring, and it draws others to them like moths to a flame. How can you make this a habit? Look for one chance each day to say something kind. Maybe tell the cashier, "You've got a great smile," or thank your spouse for making breakfast. If you're shy, start with a smile or a nod. Kindness doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be real. Over time, it becomes part of who you are, and people can't help but be charmed by it. All right, let's talk about habit number 4. It's one of my favorites. Habit 4, they embrace their quirks with confidence. Here's where things get fun. Charming seniors don't try to be someone they're not. They embrace their quirks, their unique laugh, their love for old jazz records, or even their obsession with knitting tiny hats for their cat. That confidence in who they are, it's magnetic. I think of my friend George, who's 67 and proudly wears these colorful bow ties everywhere. At first, I thought, man, those are bold. But George owns it. He'll say, "Life's too short for boring ties," and flash this big grin. Pretty soon, everyone's smiling with him. His quirks make him unforgettable, not because they're flashy, but because he's so comfortable with them. In Western culture, we admire authenticity. For seniors, owning your quirks says, "I've lived, I've learned, and I'm happy being me." It's inspiring, especially for those of us who sometimes worry about fitting in. When you embrace what makes you different, it gives others permission to do the same. So how do you start? Pick one thing you love about yourself. Maybe it's your sense of humor or the way you hum while cooking. Lean into it. Share it with a little pride, like it's your superpower. If you're nervous, start small, maybe wearing that funky scarf you've been eyeing. You'll be surprised how much people love you for it and how charming it makes you. Okay, one more to go. Habit number 5 is all about staying curious. Habit 5, they never stop learning. The final habit of irresistibly charming seniors is their curiosity. They never stop learning, whether it's picking up a new hobby, asking questions, or just marveling at the world around them. That spark of wonder, it's what keeps them young at heart and so darn appealing. I met a woman named Clara at a community center last year. She's 75 and just started learning to play the ukulele. She was terrible at first, but she'd laugh and say, "I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to have fun." Her excitement was contagious. And soon, others were signing up for classes too. Clara's curiosity didn't just make her charming. It inspired everyone around her. In places like the US and the UK, we celebrate lifelong learning. Seniors who stay curious show us that age is just a number, and that openness to new experiences keeps life exciting. It's not about mastering something. It's about the joy of trying. Want to cultivate this habit? Pick one thing you've always wanted to explore. Maybe it's gardening, a new language, or even watching a documentary about space. Start small, spend 10 minutes a day on it. Ask questions, get excited, and share what you're learning with a friend. That curiosity will light you up, and people will be drawn to your energy. These 5 habits, listening, storytelling, kindness, embracing quirks, and staying curious, are what makes seniors so irresistibly charming. And the best part? They're all within your reach. Well, there you have it, my friends. 5 subtle habits that can make you absolutely magnetic at any age. Isn't it amazing how the smallest things, like really listening or sharing a story, can have such a big impact? These habits aren't just about being charming. They're about living a life full of connection, joy, and meaning. And that's what this channel is all about, helping you age not just gracefully, but vibrantly. I want to leave you with a little challenge. Pick one of these habits, maybe sprinkling kindness or embracing a quirk, and try out this week. Notice how it feels, how it changes your conversations, your mood, maybe even your day. I'd love to hear about it. So drop a comment below and share your story. Your wisdom inspires all of us. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want more tips on healthy aging, timeless wisdom, or just a little motivation, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We're in this together, and I'm so grateful to have you here. Until next time, keep shining, keep learning, and keep being your charming self. You've got this, and the world is better because of you. See you in the next video.